Let me start with a hot take that's going to annoy everyone equally. Parents today are more informed, more involved, more emotionally aware, more educated, and more exhausted than any other generation in human history. And yet, somehow, kids are still more anxious. Parents are more burnt out, and nobody is sleeping. Come on, parents, what are we doing? We've read the books. We've listened to the podcasts, except for Planting Thoughts, which you should have. We've memorized the gentle parenting Instagram slides. And yet, every minor meltdown feels like a five-alarm emotional emergency. Today, we're talking about why modern parenting is psychologically overwhelming, why it feels like you're always failing. And stick around because at the end, I'm going to give you a practical reset framework that immediately reduces stress for both you and your kid. Buckle up, parents. Now, let's be honest. If parenting advice burned calories, right, we would all be totally shredded, right? I mean, I've been a parent now for 20 something years, right? And I have heard guru after guru. I have heard book after book after book telling me how to parent my kids. Everything from how to build the crib to how long to leave them in the crib to what to do if they're crying in the crib. I mean, look, parents Googling normal child behavior at 2 a.m. I mean, this is a staple for most parents, right? Because parents want the best for their kids. They want their kids to succeed. They want them to have it easier than they had it, right? They don't want them to have the psychological damage that we have. I mean, research in developmental and clinical psychology suggests modern parents are facing this perfect storm, right? I mean, you've got information overload. The internet is filled with people telling you how to be a better parent. I mean, including me. Believe me, I'm going to give you some tips later. The internet's filled with this stuff that, makes you afraid that you're screwing up, fear-based messaging. They don't just do it in politics and religion, right? In society. They're making you afraid of your own parenting ability. And then you've got comparison culture. I mean, this stuff is toxic. My kid got into Dartmouth. My kid had got into Harvard. Oh, my kid only got into the community college down the road, right? Choice C, get out of here. I mean, that's what it's turned into. This is ridiculous. I mean, we've got this moral pressure to be emotionally perfect, right? And we are throwing this onto our kids. And it's honestly messing them up. I mean, there are studies on parental burnout, right? These things indicate that chronic stress, guilt, emotional exhaustion, right? These things happen not because parents don't care, right? But it's that they care way too much, but they don't have any boundaries. It's not about caring too much, it's about caring too much without those boundaries. Parenting used to be raise the kid. I mean, it was pretty simplistic. I mean, it was just like, look, this thing came at some point in your life and you just had to raise it the best you knew how. I'm not saying that was perfect either, but I mean, today it's raise the kid, heal your trauma, regulate their emotions, optimize development, right? Prevent future therapy, and don't mess it up. That is not parenting, guys. That's running a psychological ICU with no training and zero sleep. I mean, you are being set up to fail, my dudes. Burnout versus depression. You're going to get one, right? You're either going to get so tired of the whole parenting paradigm that you're going to check out, or you're going to be so depressed that you're doing it poorly that you're going to check out. I mean, this fear-based advice culture, if you don't do X, your kid's going to turn into a serial killer. If you don't do Y, the kid's going to turn into a loser. I mean, come on now. there's this myth of constant emotional availability as well. Like, guys, your kids are going to be okay if you're not overparenting every freaking second of their emotional landscape. I mean, they'll be okay. Little Johnny's going to be fine if he falls down and doesn't get picked up immediately. Like, we don't need to put rubber on our playgrounds. I mean, maybe that's a good idea. I got a lot of bruises from when I fell from those metal playgrounds, my dudes. And I mean, we're not talking like cushioned padding. We're talking about wood chips. Now, let's talk about this anxiety economy, right? Algorithms that reward fear. You click on one YouTube video that says it's the end of the parenting world. You watch it. The next video that comes up is like how you've screwed your kids up. I mean, these algorithms reward fear, right? And then fear keeps parents scrolling. You got to hit the next sort of topic so you don't screw up little Johnny and little Susie. Scrolling keeps the parents doubting themselves. You keep watching these things, and it's like, wow, I really do suck. Research on social comparisons suggests that exposure to idolized parenting images creates or increases parental stress, right? Parental stress and self criticism. You're not seeing the tantrum before the smiling photo, right? You're just seeing the perfectly curated family pic at Christmas with Santa and the kids on the pervy's lap. I mean, come on, dudes. Stop taking your kids to Sears to get the photo with the Santa Claus. All right. You're not seeing the fight before the calm bedtime routine, right? You're not. You're just seeing little Johnny's head on the pillow. Oh, blast! Hashtag. You're comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel. Stop it. Your nervous system can't tell the difference between helpful information and these constant threat messages. I mean, Instagram is totally crushing your soul, right? Get off their feed. These people are influencers. They've got teams of photojournalists, right? Curating the perfect slideshows for your viewing pleasure so you can feel terrible. Pinterest boards that look more like, I've just been transported to Frozen. I mean, look, if you mess this up, your kid will be traumatized. It's just a slogan. It's not the truth. Parents have been screwing up for time immemorial. Relax a little bit. Anxiety disguised as awareness is not good for you. It is not good for you. Take a chill pill. Not a real chill pill. Just calm down a little bit. Unless you need a chill pill, baby. So, what's the practical reset, right? What's the 3-lane parenting filter that I've devised here, right? Here's the framework I promised at the beginning of the show. So if you've stuck around, congratulations, you get the good stuff. So before reacting to anything, ask, is this dangerous? Is this developmental? Is this inconvenient but safe? Most parenting stress lives in lane 3. Your kid whining because dinner is late is not psychological emergency, guys. It's hunger plus immaturity. Let them wait. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I had to wait for dinner. It was like 8 o'clock, and it was like, mom's ringing the bell. Pa's sitting in there with the shotgun. Okay, I'm not that old, but still, you get the point. It took a long time. We were out playing basketball. We were running around the neighborhood, right? We weren't sitting there twiddling our thumbs on Twitter. When you stop treating inconvenience like trauma, your nervous system finally exhales. You take a break, baby. And parents, you need it. You need it. And then the practical steps, right? Pause. Pause before intervening. Let that discomfort just sit there and exist safely. This is going to train both you and your kid that minor inconvenience isn't trauma. Reduce over verbalizing your emotions. Like, come on, guys. A little bit of emotional openness with your kids, calibration, right? Teaching them how to sort of like handle situations. That's great. Teaching them that you have emotions, you love them, right? You get angry, but don't overdo it, right? Don't give emotional essays every time someone drops their phone. If parenting feels impossible, ask yourself, am I raising a child or managing my own anxiety? Am I trying to prevent discomfort or am I trying to teach them resilience? Because in the next episode, we're talking about how good intentions quietly sabotage development. And trust me, you are not ready for that one. If this episode of Planting Thoughts hit something deep within your parental soul, or you're just some kid thinking, I need to talk to my parents, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and go to your parents or go to your child and give them a hug. It's much more important than over explaining why not doing their math homework is going to ruin their lives. I'm Mike. I love you. See you later.